go way back. I don't think we've talked to you since Dallas, and Marcus and Joe telling us you took on the challenge, wanted to take on the challenge of guarding Luka. What was behind that, and if it went?
We just lost a couple games in a row. And I thought defensive intensity was a part of it, so we wanted to make sure we got off to a good start on that side of the ball. So I told you I wanted to take a challenge. That's pretty much it.
Marcus said he felt like that's not something you may have done a year ago, 2 years ago. Do you feel like you yourself grow in a leadership role like that?
In a leadership role, maybe, but not defensively. I've always taken challenges on matchups, playoffs, during the regular season, whomever. I might not have just said it to the media, but that's something I've done all my career.
Jaylen, I think you're better than percentage-wise this year. Obviously, a lot of the threes and layups. What kind of led you to practice and get to the high level?
I'm not really sure. I think it's always kind of been there. I just think as I've gotten more opportunity offensively, it's just been able to show a little bit more. But my whole life, this is kind of where I've kind of made a living growing up as a kid, mid-range. But analytics, emphasize more threes and layups. So less guys are shooting those shots. But as I've gotten better and got more responsibility, I've been allowed to shoot more of those shots, and they go in at a high rate for me.
Is DeMar DeRozan someone you pattern your game after?
Absolutely, and I think he's patterned his game off of Kobe and Jordan, which obviously, he played a two-guard position. Those are the two best, in my opinion. So I think we all have learned from some of the same people. But DeMar in this day and time, his footwork, his ability to create space and get to a spot, his pace, his tempo, all of that is something that I've been able to learn and watch from. He shoots the ball extremely efficiently. He's like 50% on the year. And I strive to be not only just a scorer, but an efficient scorer. And I think DeMar is one of those people at my same height, same position that does that very well.
On that mid-range pull-up, you tend to kind of hang in the air a little bit longer and show the way down. Is that you want that to kind of bounce your power out, or is that more to hang in the air until the contest goes to clear a shot?
I think more so about the contest, but also trying to just get to the point where you get your shoulders square in the air. You want to get to the point where I feel like I'm balanced. I'm kind of still, so kind of hold it sometimes to get yourself square enough to let it go. The contest doesn't really matter at times, but just making sure I'm getting to a point where my body is square enough where I can get a clear, good shot.
You've been scoring a lot in the first quarters lately. Does that kind of go along with the wanting the Luka challenge lately? You wanted to pick up the energy early. Is that something that's been a conscious effort for you?
Yeah, I think I've been a first quarter scorer like a lot of times my whole career, right? So this year, for whatever reason, I haven't scored the ball in the first quarter as much as I have in the past, but trying to get back to it myself, just getting back early, getting back going to start the game, helping our team get off to a good start.
You guys are probably being a little careful with this getting back, but what's it been like trying to get integrated with him, even though he is on limited minutes right now?
Yeah, we need Rob. Rob is amazing. Rob has a special ability on offense and defense, as we've been able to see even a little bit this year, but especially last year. So the more we integrate him and use him, I think the better our team would be. I know we got off to a hot start, with other guys, playing a different type of ball. But I think down the line and in the playoffs, having Rob as a critical part of our offense and defense is going to be, I think, is necessary. So I think that's something we should take a look at as we start to get closer to the playoffs.
Does that defensive intensity need to be heightened even more tonight without Marcus?
For sure. And then the Bulls are playing well. They've been playing extremely well. I think they won 8 of their last 11 or so, and lost 2 of them by decisions made by the officials. So as Grant over here bringing the intensity already, right? So I think we got to come out, with a sense of urgency. We just got off the trip, but we got to have our mindsets playing fast, playing strong, guarding the ball, and not expecting anything easy.
Then you were fourth in the first return of fan voting. the All-Star game. Did you take note of that? Is it encouraging? Thoughts?
Not at all. I stopped paying attention to that a while ago. I just come out and play basketball and use my platform to try to make a difference in our community. Anything that comes with it obviously is a bonus, but in terms of how I feel about it, I feel like whether or not I make the game, I feel like I'm an all-star either way. So I just focus on what I can control. And what I would like to do is get our team to the playoffs healthy and have a chance to make a run.
Is that something that matters to you, though? You didn't make the All-Star game last year. Obviously, you probably thought you were capable of that.
To me, not necessarily. I mean, obviously, it's a lot of great players in our league. Obviously, I think I'm one of the best players in our league as well. But I've had conversations with our union in terms of like what goes into that decision making, because I don't think the union has any type of effect on the decision making, how they choose all-stars, all-NBA, or anything. I think the NBA uses it at their own discretion. They put out, what they say goes into it, but nobody really is checking and making sure that that's being, held to the first standard. But not saying they're doing anything immoral or anything, but I would like the union to get more involved in how that process goes.
Thank you, dude.